This Christmas will be difficult for many families. It could be the first Christmas without loved ones, where people may have lost their jobs or are simply struggling due to the worsening cost of living crisis. And I want to take this opportunity to raise how local charities in Luton and all their committed volunteers have stepped up over the last year and stepped in to address government failures to support many people's lives in Luton South. Level Trust has helped families overcome the costs of education, ensuring children in Luton have the chance to enjoy learning by running the uniform exchange, delivering home learning packs and managing the emergency homeschool fund. Level Trust also helped set up Luton Learning Link, a partnership with Luton Council of Mosques and the High Sheriff of Bedfordshire to provide computers to children to tackle the digital divide. Discover Islam also worked with the Level Trust, but amongst its other great community initiatives, it has set up the Curry Kitchen in partnership with Community Interest Luton to provide hot food to Luton residents in need. And it was great to see so many Lutonians join with the Luton Lions to run the Luton 10K, including my honourable friend, the member for Luton North, to raise vital funds for the Curry Kitchen. And as one of the volunteers at Luton Foodbank, it's right for me to mention the great work it does, providing free, nutritionally balanced and culturally appropriate food parcels to people in distress or financial hardship, including hot meals for families on Christmas Eve next week. NOAA has provided support to our homeless people in our community through offering food, clothing, medical and dental care, outreach support and specific advice on accessing accommodation income support, as well as skills and employment training. Signposts in Luton deliver temporary accommodation for people who are homeless and provide psychological support to those they provide a roof to. The Luton Homeless Partnership, representing over 20 local services, including Mary Seacole Housing Association, Luton Council, Luton Bid, Elft and the University of Bedfordshire, has set up the Big Change initiative that asks Lutonians to donate some spare time, items or some spare money to help people experiencing homelessness, including through their contactless touchpoints in Luton Town Centre. Women's Aid Luton, who are part of that group, support women and child victims of domestic abuse. Its refuge delivers peer support, education and access to legal advice. And I'd like to take this opportunity to give a mention to Luton Rugby Club, who have again this year put together a huge number of Christmas shoebox gifts for the women who use Women's Aid services. Similarly, Stepping Stones also support vulnerable women, as does the Luton All Women Centre, who I was very pleased to meet with just last week. Keech Hospice deliver free specialist care for adults and children in Luton who have life-limiting and terminal illnesses. And significantly funds were recently raised for the hospice through the Big Trunk Trail, where large model elephants were sponsored by local businesses and decorated by many different people, including famous Lutonians like the Great British Bake Off champion Nadia Hussain and former Turner Prize nominee Mark Titchner, before being auctioned off to raise those fantastic amount of funds. For children and young people struggling with their mental health and emotional trauma, Chums deliver outstanding accessible support tailored to individual needs. And I could go on about so many of the brilliant charities in Luton and the excellent volunteers who support them too. So I would just take this opportunity, though, to ask the front bench to pass on to the Leader of the House my request for a debate on the contribution of grassroots charities to our local communities and the importance of increasing government to support to secure their resilience through this very difficult time of the pandemic.